Roberto Duran is one of the fiercest fighters boxing has ever known. Nicknamed Manos de Piedra, Hands of Stone, Duran built his legacy on toughness, pride, and an unmatched ability to fight on the inside. He faced the best across multiple eras and weight classes, earning respect not through words, but through violence and heart. At 74 years old, when Duran reflects on boxing greatness, his choices are deeply personal. His list isn't about hype or popularity. It's about fighters who understood pain, discipline, and the will to dominate. These are the boxers Roberto Duran has openly admired the most. 10. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Roberto Duran saw a reflection of himself in Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., a fighter who thrived on pressure, pain, and persistence. Duran admired Chavez not for speed or flash, but for his ability to impose his will round after round. Chavez didn't rush opponents, he suffocated them. He attacked the body relentlessly, understanding that a fight could be won slowly by breaking an opponent's spirit. What impressed Duran most was Chavez's balance and composure. Even while absorbing heavy punches, Chavez never lost form or confidence. Duran believed that kind of discipline under fire separated true warriors from skilled boxers. Chavez fought with pride, never showing weakness, never backing away. To Duran, Chavez represented the Latin fighting spirit, stubborn, fearless, and relentless. Chavez didn't rely on power alone, he relied on endurance, patience, and belief. Duran respected how Chavez carried himself like a champion even in difficult moments. In Duran's eyes, Chavez was proof that greatness is built through suffering, not shortcuts. 9. Alexis Arguello. Alexis Arguello earned Roberto Duran's admiration for his elegance and lethal precision. Duran respected Arguello's calm demeanor inside the ring, noting how he never wasted movement or emotion. Arguello didn't fight with rage, he fought with calculation. Duran admired how Arguello could end fights suddenly with perfectly placed punches, often without needing extended exchanges. What stood out most was Arguello's balance between class and killer instinct. He carried himself with humility outside the ring but showed ruthless efficiency inside it. Duran believed that Arguello understood timing better than most fighters, waiting patiently for mistakes rather than forcing action. Despite their contrasting styles, Duran respected Arguello as a complete fighter, someone who could box, punch, and remain mentally composed under pressure. To Duran, Arguello proved that violence in boxing didn't need to look ugly to be devastating. 8. Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler represented discipline and seriousness to Roberto Duran. Duran admired Hagler's refusal to be distracted by fame, money, or comfort. Hagler trained harder than anyone and fought with a quiet intensity that demanded respect. Duran respected Hagler's ability to apply relentless pressure while remaining technically sound. Hagler could switch stances, attack the body, and grind opponents down without ever losing focus. What impressed Duran most was Hagler's mentality. Once he locked onto an opponent, there was no escape. Hagler didn't fight for applause. He fought to dominate. Duran believed Hagler's toughness was rooted in preparation, not bravado. Even in brutal fights, Hagler stayed composed and disciplined. To Duran, Hagler embodied the idea that champions are built through sacrifice long before fight night. 7. Thomas Hearns. Thomas Hearns earned Duran's respect for his courage and devastating power. Duran admired Hearns' willingness to engage despite his physical advantages. Hearns could have boxed safely, using his height and reach, but instead, he chose danger. Duran respected that bravery. Hearns' right hand, in Duran's view, was one of the most dangerous punches in boxing history. What impressed Duran was Hearns' confidence. He believed in his power enough to risk exchanges. Duran also admired Hearns' resilience. Even after devastating losses, Hearns continued to fight elite opponents without fear. To Duran, Hearns proved that greatness requires risk, not safety. 6. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard earned Duran's respect as one of the smartest fighters he ever faced. Although their rivalry was fierce, Durn admired Leonard's adaptability and confidence. Leonard could change strategies mid-fight, adjusting pace and distance with intelligence. Durn respected Leonard's ability to perform under pressure, especially in major fights where expectations were enormous. Leonard's speed and timing made him dangerous in every moment. Durn believed Leonard's greatest strength was his mind. He understood when to attack and when to retreat. To Durn, Leonard was a worthy rival because he fought with intelligence, courage, and belief. 5. Wilfredo Gomez. Wilfredo Gomez earned Roberto Duran's respect because he embodied pure aggression mixed with ruthless efficiency. Duran never admired fighters who hesitated, and Gomez never did. From the opening bell, Gomez fought with the intention to destroy, not to outpoint. Duran saw in him a predator's mindset. Once Gomez hurt an opponent, he became relentless, refusing to give even a second of recovery. That instinct reminded Duran of old-school street fights where mercy didn't exist and survival depended on finishing the job. Duran admired how Gomez attacked with confidence and certainty. Gomez believed deeply in his power, especially his left hook, and he threw it without fear. Many fighters have power, but Duran believed Gomez had conviction, the belief that every punch could end the fight. That mindset made him terrifying. Duran also respected Gomez's toughness. Even when hurt, Gomez didn't retreat mentally. He stayed dangerous until the very end. To Duran, Gomez represented the brutal reality of boxing. He didn't rely on flash, movement, or theatrics. He relied on damage. Duran believed Gomez understood that boxing was about dominance, not comfort. His knockout streak wasn't luck, it was intent. Gomez stepped into the ring prepared to impose his will, regardless of risk. That willingness to exchange, to suffer, and to push forward earned Duran's respect. In Gomez, Duran saw a fighter who understood that fear has no place between the ropes. 4. Carlos Monzon. Carlos Monzon impressed Roberto Duran not through violence, but through control. Monzon was cold, patient, and psychologically devastating. Duran respected fighters who broke opponents before the knockout, and Monzon mastered that art. He fought without emotion, never rushed, and never allowed opponents to believe they had hope. Duran believed Monzon's greatest weapon wasn't his power, it was his calm. Monzon dominated with a crushing jab, perfect balance, and an ability to maintain distance while applying pressure. Duran admired how Monzon dictated every second of the fight. He didn't chase knockouts, he waited for them. Opponents grew desperate, made mistakes, and paid the price. That level of patience required supreme confidence, something Duran valued deeply. Duran also respected Monzon's toughness. He rarely showed pain, rarely complained, and never backed down. Even when fights became brutal, Monzon remained composed, almost indifferent. Duran believed that mental strength separated champions from legends, and Monzon had that in abundance. To Duran, Monzon represented inevitability. Once Monzon took control, the outcome felt unavoidable. That psychological dominance was something Duran understood well. Monzon didn't need to intimidate with words, his presence did the work. In Duran's eyes, Monzon was proof that a fighter doesn't need speed or flash to be great. Control, discipline, and belief were enough. 3. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali impressed Roberto Duran with his courage and resilience. Duran admired Ali's ability to endure punishment while remaining mentally unbroken. Ali's footwork, reflexes, and intelligence allowed him to survive against massive heavyweights. Duran respected Ali's willingness to fight the best repeatedly. To Duran, Ali proved that heart and intelligence could overcome size and strength. 2. Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson was viewed by Duran as the perfect fighter. Duran admired Robinson's balance, speed, power, and creativity. Robinson could dominate in any style, against any opponent. Duran believed Robinson represented boxing perfection, a fighter without weakness. To Duran, Robinson was the standard all fighters should be measured against. 1. Roberto Duran. At number 1, Roberto Duran chose himself, not out of arrogance, but honesty. Duran believed no fighter at lightweight or welterweight could match his pressure, toughness, and will. His confidence came from surviving wars, not words. Duran fought with pride, refusing to back down from anyone. To him, greatness meant standing your ground when everything hurt. Duran's legacy was built on heart, pain, and defiance. Roberto Duran's list reflects the values he lived by: pride, toughness, discipline, and heart. These fighters didn't avoid pain, they mastered it. Coming from one of boxing's most feared warriors, this respect carries real weight.